Hey loves, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer and I'm going to be showing you how to decorate some Mardi Gras cookies. Today I'm focusing on a Mardi Gras sweater. So let's get started. Now I'm using a edible marker, which I'm using a yellow one because they're just light, and if you use a black sometimes you can kind of see it underneath the icing or at the tip of your cookie. I'm using a yellow one. I do have these in my Amazon storefront because they are harmless to use, and I'm using it on this cookie because the shape of this cookie, the arms are like fat on it. I have to design a shirt cookie cutter that I really like because it's kind of like awkward. That's why I'm trying to map out what I want to do with this cookie so that it looks interesting. Now I'm starting off by outlining the part of the shirt that I want to be white. I'm using two different types of icing because I had to make two different types. I had to make an outline, and I know my flood was really thin, so I decided to use the outline icing to go around, and then I'm going in with my flood after. Usually I like to use one icing, one bag. I make it thick enough to where I don't have to use two different icings, but in this case I had to make a white outline icing. Next, I'm going to go ahead on, let that dry a little bit. Mine dried overnight, but if you don't have time to let it dry overnight, go ahead on about 15 minutes. You'll be good to start on your next part. You just want it to kind of crust over so that way you can tell that these are two different sections. I made a green royal icing, which is thick enough to where I can outline and flood, and I'm just going in to do both of my sleeves a green color. Now I am doing like a Mardi Gras series where I'm showing you how to decorate different Mardi Gras cookies, so go ahead on and check out the video that I have out now, which is a king cake cookie. You can check that one out so you can see how to decorate it. It's very cute. I think that's probably like my favorite Mardi Gras cookie to make. And if you're liking what you're seeing so far, go ahead on and like this video. Please give it a thumbs up because I just really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. For the color of this cookie, I'm just doing a yellow line, and this is I'm using a thicker consistency icing, so this would be referred to as my detailed icing. So I'm making that my collar, and I'm also going to make a cute little design on top of the cookie. Now to make my collar a little thicker, I am going to go back and do a second line on top of that first line, and that's going to kind of build up my collar. This green icing I'm using is a detailed icing. It's a thicker consistency. I don't want to use a flood icing when I'm trying to make like a cute shape because I don't want it running all over. And I'm not using a projector to do this. I'm just kind of eyeing it. So I'm hoping it comes out really nicely, like the shape. I'm hoping you can tell it's hearts. But if you need to use a projector, then you can go ahead on and do that. Clear piping gel. This is my secret to putting sprinkles on cookies. Okay, I've waited until my sleeves dried, and I just dipped it in the piping gel, and I'm just going to paint it onto the cookie, and that way my sprinkles are just going to stick right there. Actually, I'm using sanding sugar, so my sanding sugar is going to stick right where I put this piping gel. Also, if you're a beginner, I do have some videos on royal icing consistency and writing on cookies, so check out my older videos. I think you would find those very interesting. So right now, if I put the icing and I get it in the center of those little hearts, it is going to stick there. So I'm going to try my best to avoid that. But mainly, my goal is to get it just on the sleeves. Sanding sugar I'm using, I got from Walmart. I'm using the Great Value sanding sugar. The green is not the green that I wanted, the color. I feel like Wilton has a better green. Like this is like a hunter green. I feel like Wilton has a brighter green color, but this is what I had to work with. So I mean, it's doing its job. You just sprinkle the icing and you see how it's not on the white because the white icing isn't wet. It's just on the green because that's where I put the piping gel. Now, if you are still with me, of course, y'all know that you are the MVPs. I appreciate it. Go ahead on and comment Mardi Gras down below. Okay, comment that. Let me know that you stayed here, that you saw the end, and let me know if you're going to try out this cookie. And I will see you in the next one.